G'day! In today's video I'm just doing a bit of a follow-up regarding the Mekede PD4 Android head unit. Now I've had this for I think probably about 2 months, and I'm just going to cover the issues I've had with it. So right now I'm parked undercover and the screen is perfectly fine. The screen brightness driving around at dawn and dusk is perfectly fine. On a bright summer day it is too dim. But also, I rarely drive at night or early in the mornings, and a recent trip to Melbourne that I did, left very early in the morning, pitch black, and this screen was too bright on the highway. Driving down just the various roads, like getting out of town, was perfectly fine. But once I was actually out on the middle of nowhere, this thing was too damn bright, so I literally unplugged the power cable from it and just drove it like that. It was too bright to see. Or actually, I may have just turned off the display or asked Google to turn it off. But either way, the screen itself was just beaming at me and I was struggling to see the road. So if you're doing a lot of nighttime driving or very early before sunrise driving, it's probably not going to be too great for you. Another issue I get is every now and then when I turn it on, it just completely refuses to connect to my phone. What I usually have to do with that is unplug the power, give it 10 seconds, plug it back in again, and it will usually connect up from there. It's not really a big deal breaker. The other one with it, if I just quickly turn off my car, hop out, run into a shop, come back, it will typically not reconnect. So it's been a bit hit and miss. Then phone calls, I don't even use the microphone on it. No one can hear me. So for phone calls, I found it utterly useless. I just still use my phone on loudspeaker. Then lastly, with it, the overall audio quality has been perfectly fine, perfectly acceptable. It does cut out every now and then for a split second on some songs, or just if I'm playing it. If I play 3 songs in the morning, I'd expect that to happen 2 or 3 times. Maybe all in one song, maybe in another. But it does cut out over time. So it doesn't hold a perfect connection. But being the speed, it usually picks back up on my phone and resumes whatever's playing, compared to a cabled Android Auto. It's been fine. Overall, for the price that I paid for it, I can complain, but I'm not gonna. It was around about 60 Australian dollars at the time when I bought it, and it's been doing its functions mostly fine. Maybe if I spent $100 or $150 on it, it would have been much better, but for the minimal issues I have and for what I use it for, it's been going just fine for me. Also to note, this one does not have any cameras. So if you're asking how the cameras are on it, don't know, doesn't have it. I never bought it with the intent of it being a dash cam. It was purely just to Bluetooth music to my car. And that's basically what it's done. Every now and then I use Android Auto or Hey Google. That's been pretty responsive. I tell it to find me an address, it finds it. I tell it to play a song, it plays it. So for the price that I paid for it, it's performed quite fine.